Karen here and welcome to my channel. You know, I'm doing this unfinished project series. Well, this is a Woodland Tales journal that I did, altered book that I started last September, October. Did a part 1 video and never got around to finishing it, which is not very good, is it? So I've done quite a bit of it, as you can see, but it just needs finishing off the last bits, really. So part of that is what I'm going to do today. I'm not actually finishing all of that, but I want to make some little book page envelopes with napkins. So I've got these with some journal cards in here. This is all from the Digital Collage Club, because I found these napkins and I thought I'm going to have to use them. So what I did first of all was take a book page. I mean, it doesn't really matter. These are quite modern book pages that I'm using here, and it doesn't really matter on the size either. So I'm just trimming it off. Now I've got 2 that I want to do, so I'm just going to trim them both off like this. And as you're covering them, it doesn't really matter too much what book pages or what way up. Actually it does, because you got that, so I will fold that up to there, and I will do the same this side. Fold that up to there, and then I'm going to fold this down like that, and this one down like that, leaving a little gap at the top like this. And then I take my scissors, and I've got to get this right. I'm roughly going to cut in that way. So I then, once I've got a rough cut there, I then line this up, because I've got to cut that bit out. I'll show you in a minute. So again, I cut in a bit to there. Just take this there. Oops, I didn't do that bit, did I? Up to, I mean, this doesn't, the line is just a guide only. And yeah, then I'll trim there, I'll trim there, and then this, whoops, cuts all the way up to the top, up here. And then the same, the other side, you trim, whoops, all the way up to the top there, so that this now folds in, so it just gives you that little bit extra space in the envelope, there and there. And this now folds up, whoops, to there and down there. And I've got this one to do as well. Okay, that's those 2 envelopes done. Now I've got to put the napkin on. So what I've got is 2 napkins here, one like this, that, oh, that's handy, that's cut just about right. That will fold down and that will fold up, or I have it that way, and that folds down, and that folds, yes, I'm going to do it that way. I don't put it all the way to the edge, I'm just leaving a little border, as you can see. So I'm just going to cut this bit along here and up here. I may have to trim off once I've put it on as well, like that. And then I've got this one as well here for this side, and I don't think it really matters which way this one goes up because it's all oh, I think this is only 2-ply, this one as well. So it's that way or that way. I actually think I prefer this side. It's a bit paler there, isn't it? So I think I'll go with this side. So again, I will cut these. Whoops, pull that one out the way. I cut this one. Now, I'm not too worried about it all being even, and I'm trying to really go grungy if I can. You see, now that is going to have to be trimmed off a bit in places. And I think this one will as well. Oh, maybe not. No. Right, so first of all, oh, that's one layer off already. And I've just already got a layer coming off. There. Okay, I've taken both off. Got a bit fiddly, so this one did have an extra one on. So first of all, I'm going to put, I'm using Mod Podge, and I think I've got a bit too much, but I do it in sections. Oh, you know what I haven't done, because that's going to get very sticky otherwise, is put this down. Make sure, whoa, oh dear, I'm getting myself in a bit of a mess. Right, there we go, put that down. Do this one first, like that. So, put this across here. There goes those words again, and so. Right. Okay. Hoping you can see this. That down there. Stick into my finger. That's it. I'm not worried whether it's crinkly or flat. I don't really worry. I know some people like their napkins to be very flat. I'm not bothered one way or another. Which is why some people use glue stick, but I always worry it's going to come up with glue stick. Mainly because over here we don't get very good glue sticks. They're from the, we call the Chinese shops, the cheap shops. And they're not very good. There isn't a great amount of stationery shops over here, which is quite annoying because I love stationery. You are okay if you're in one of the major towns like Valencia or Madrid, but here, when you're out in the country, you don't get much of any of that. Right, so I just lay it down gently. As I say, I don't mind if there's wrinkles or anything in this. And then I stick another layer over the top, like this. Right, that's that one done. So I will go and finish this one off and dry these off as well. Okay, I've dried both of them. One of the things I will say is also dry on the inside. If I use Mod Podge, by the way, MAC Mod Podge, to glue these down. So I'm just going to use these. Cut up here I mean, again, it's nothing, there's no science to this. It's, I'm not worried if it's not completely straight, and the tissue, I mean, the napkin. Like that. And then just cut a little bit off this side as well on this one. Oops. Don't actually want to cut the pocket, do I? Right. There. And there's actually nothing really to cut on this one. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm using Vintage Photo. Oops. And I'm going to go around the edges like this. Oops. Just to sort of grunge it up a bit. Actually, I'll flatten that out because it doesn't really matter. That's going to be folded in. So yeah, I go around the edges like this with these, with this. Okay, and in the places where it hasn't glued down totally, I've just put a bit of tacky glue down. That seems to have worked. And then I get the walnut stain and I'm going round all the edge, this part of it first. I just feel the walnut stain defines it a little bit more on the edges. I think I've said that before anyway. So it goes like that. And then this one round here. There. So I'll just do this one. Okay, that's that one done and this one done. So now I'm going to glue them up like that. But first, before I glue them down, I'm actually going to punch these corners out, which I should have done before I inked. Really. There. And with this one as well. I do prefer, oops, that's not very good. I do prefer, that's better, rounded corners with envelopes on the flappy bit. Right, so now it's just a case of glue down here and down this side. Oh dear, I'm still filming this on the same day. Right, I think I'm looking like I'm in a bit of a rush because I'm trying to get lots done before we actually move this weekend and go to Lanzarote next week. So it's all a bit, I do feel like I'm rushing everything. So that goes up like that one, and that's up like that. So as I say, when I made the stacked pockets the other week, you don't need a memory keeper's envelope punch. You can do it yourself and with book pages, as you can see. Now, one of the other things I will do is just ink here where I've glued it up, just to make sure. There. And I am going to ink, not that I think you'll see it on this one. I did it on the other one. I'm going to ink across here as well. There. Do the same with this. They feel almost leather-like. They really are. And then down here, this one you can see a lot more book pages through, as you can see here. Should have moved that over a bit. Where's that fold? There. You can see a lot more of the book pages through it. Right, so that's that. I'll get rid of all that now. Oops, sorry for the crinkly noise. Okay, so you can decorate them. I've got some specimen labels here. So what I'm thinking is, oh, I like that corner one. There, no, actually there, I prefer it there. Yep. Now let's do the walnut stain. I don't quite like that in that corner. Put that down there. Have I got any? Oh yes, look, I've got some little ones here. Look, green one. Not sure where these little ones come from. These I'm pretty certain are Tracy Fox. The little ones I'm not too sure about. Let's put that there. Now, one of the other things you need to do is I've got my small hole punch and I've got some book page, and I punch out 4 pieces of the book page. Whoops, like this, to make a flap to hold them down. So I also need to do 4 for this one as well. 2, 3, 4. And I also have 2 little floral circles from the Digital Collage Club. So you now just stick all these together and it makes quite a stiff closure, and it will hold this down as well. Oh dear, nothing much coming out. That's it. Then I'm just going to ink them round in some walnut stain. I think it just finishes it off like that. And this one as well. It just goes like that. And then you just put, making sure you're getting it up the right way round, of course, there. Just putting a little bit of glue along the bottom there, so that that holds that down. There. And I'm not sure which one this way this goes up, so I'm going to put it that way. And this just goes here, so this just holds this down. There. That wasn't very good in the middle, was it? There we go, that's a bit better. Yeah. And then what I've got is, I hope, somewhere I've put them, here they are, a couple of journal cards. I haven't done some for that one that just pop in. Oh no, I tell you what I haven't done, I forgot. Oops, I forgot. I don't like this much. Seeing it suddenly reminded me. So I've got a stencil that I'm now, I just stencil over the front of the inside of the envelope. So it gives it a bit of interest when you open it up. And you put your 2 journal cards. I'm putting in okay, I've made this smaller, haven't I? This fitted earlier. But I've gone and pulled it in, that's it. Okay, I need to trim it a little bit. It's not a problem. That way. So if I trim a little bit off the top. When I measured it earlier, I was, it was before I'd glued it all down, so I thought it just made them all up. And I thought, oh, that fits okay, that's fine. And forgot about it actually having to glue it up, etc. That's it. That's a bit easier now in there. And then that one in there. and then that just goes underneath there. So you've got those two, and I've got that one. I've still got to just, whoops, there, stick some stenciling onto here like this. So it just finishes it off, doesn't it then? And then that just tucks under there. Like that. So I've got 3 nice envelopes for this journal. Let's see how they go. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. I feel like I did rush that one through a bit. I hope it was okay. And don't forget to hit that like button, be very much appreciated. And thank you to any new subscribers and to my current ones. See you all again soon in another video. Thanks, bye.